Alright, this is lesson 2.1 of stretching and shrinking. This is a fun lesson, always a class favorite. We call it the WUMP family. So what we're going to look at is what makes similar shapes similar. So what makes a similar shape? So to show that, we are going to graph the WUMP family and compare them. Alright, so let's take a look what I mean by the WUMP family. So we're going to complete the table of the WUMP family first. Now this is a huge table. It might take you a while. So let's take a look at it little by little. Its title is the coordinates of the WUMP family. So we're going to graph the coordinates just like we learned how to graph coordinate graphs and variables and patterns. Now, mugwump is the dad. And these are the dots that make up mugwump. So when we graph him, he'll turn into some sort of shape, some sort of creature. These are his four family members. We have zugwump, lugwump, bugwump, glugwump. Now, each one is slightly different than mugwump. So, mugwump just has a series of x's and a series of y's. Now, zugwump, he's not really filled in, but it tells us how to fill it in. Up top, where it says 2x, that means 2 times the first number. Where it says 2y, that means 2 times the second number. So if we look here, 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. So if I look, all I have to do is multiply all these numbers by 2, and that fills in zugwump. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. And that's the first part. Let's keep on going. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. Getting ahead of myself. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, that's zugwump. Not too bad. Let's take a look at lugwump. What this means is 3 times the first number and the second number stays the same. So we're going to go all the way back to mugwump. 3 times all these first numbers. So I'm going to do that first since it's different than the second number. So 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. Now, all the second numbers stay the same, so I'm going to put all my commas in. Now, all these second numbers stay the same. So 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 7, 7, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, and 5. Alright, let's take a look at bugwump. Bugwump is 3 times the first number and 3 times the second number. Now, if you remember, we already have done 3 times the first number, so all these numbers are going to stay the same. So I'm going to go ahead and copy those down. I'm going to stop reading them though, because I'm sure that's probably getting annoying. 3 times the second number we have not done yet, so I'm going to refer back to these numbers, and it's going to be 3 times each of those numbers. Alright, that is Bugwump. Now let's look at Glugwump. This means the first number stays the same, 3 times the second number. So all these first numbers I'm just going to go ahead and copy down. Now, 3 times the second number. Well, we just did that right here, so I'm going to copy all these numbers down. So we have 3, 3, 0, 0. Now we have the completed table for the Mugwump family. Now here's what we're going to do with it. We are going to go ahead and graph Mug, Zug, Lug, Bug, and Glug. So we have a graph for Mug, and then we have one each for Zug, Lug, Bug, and Glug. Now, I went ahead and printed my table that I just made so that I don't have to flip back and forth, but you will have to flip your worksheet over every time you want a number if you're following along on the worksheet. Now, let's go ahead and graph Mug. Now this graph, everything's pretty darn close together, so I'm not going to worry about numbering it since those are some tiny numbers. I'm just going to count for what I need. So if we take a look at Mugwump for part 1, our first dot is at 0, 1. So remember that's 0 to the right, 1 up. So that's our first dot. B is 2, 1, so 1, 2, up 1. Now we're going to connect them. 2, 0, which is right here, connect them. 3, 0, connect them. 3, 1, connect them. 5, 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 1, connect them. 5, 0, connect to the last one. 6, 0, connect to the last one. 6, 1, connect. 8, 1, connect. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up there, connect them. 2, 7, so over to 2, up to 7, connect them. And 0, 1, so right here, so you connect right where you started. And then it says start a new line for part 2. So 2, 2, over 2, up 2. I'm going to start a new line there. I'm not going to connect it to the last one. 6, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 2, connect them. 6, 3, connect them. 2, 3, connect them. And 2, 2, connect them. So we see Mugwump's body. We have a mouth forming now. Okay, part 3. We go over to 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 or 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Connect them. 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect them. And lastly, 3, 4, which is where we started, connect them. Now we got a nose. Part 4, it says 2, 5, and just make a dot. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make a dot. And then 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make a dot. And this is Mugwump. So it's a nice little character. Nothing special, but he'll be easy to change up. So that's Mugwump. Next up, we have Zugwump. So make sure you refer to the column for Zugwump in this one. We start out at 0, 2. So 0, 2. 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Connect them. 4, 0. Connect them. 6, 0. 6, 2. 10, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 0. 12, 0. Just 2 more over. 12, 2. 16, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, 2. Next up is 12, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is 12, 14. Connect them. Next up is 4, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 14. Connect them. And lastly, 0, 2. So 0, 2. Now, same general shape that Mugwump had, so we know we're doing it correctly. Let's move on to his mouth. 4, 4. 12, 4. Connect them. 12, 6. 4, 6. And 4, 4. There's his mouth. Once again, looks the same as Mugwump, just a little bit bigger. Part 3, his nose. 6, 8. 8, 10. 10, 8. And 6, 8. Nose looks the same again. Now the eyeballs for 10 and 12, 10. Okay, Zugwump looks a lot like Mugwump, just a little bit bigger, and that's really important to remember. Alright, let's move on to Lugwump. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit less as I graph these because it's just getting a little repetitive. Now that part 1 is finished, you can see that it kind of has the same shape as Mugwump, but something seems a little bit wrong. To me, it seems like a really short and fat version of Mugwump, and that's really important to remember as well. Let me go ahead and finish him up. Oops. There's his mouth. And there's his nose. And there's his eyes. Okay, really short and fat version of Mugwump. Still kind of looks like him, but not quite. Now let's move on to Bugwump. really big version of Mugwump, but looks pretty close to what Mugwump looked like. Let's move on to his mouth. Mouth looks like what it should. Now the nose. Looks exactly as it should. Now the eyes. Alright, Bugwump looks a lot like Mugwump did. Just a lot bigger. Let's remember that as well. So let's move on to Glugwump. Now, okay, this kind of looks like Mugwump, has the same general shape, however it looks like a really tall and skinny version of him. Let's see what the rest of the body looks like. Mouth looks kind of odd. Nose look really tall and skinny. And the eyeballs, well, they're just dots. They're always going to look like that. So, now let's talk about why we did this. Remember, our objective was to figure out what makes a similar shape similar. So let's take a look at Mugwump again. So this is what Mugwump looked like. Pretty square. He was small, but kind of proportioned. Didn't really look tall, fat. But as we compare him, Zugwump looks about the right kind of shape. Looks like Mugwump, just bigger. Lug does not look. Looks like he's short and fat. Bug, this looks like a really big version. Glug looks like he's just really tall and skinny. Let's take a look at why each of these guys was made the shape that they were made. So let's look at your table. Mugwump was our original. Zugwump, remember, matched him. Lugwump did not. Bugwump matched. Glugwump did not. Now, if we look at the rules that we followed, Zugwump was 2 times both numbers. Lugwump was 3 times one number, nothing times the other. Bugwump, 3 times the first number, 3 times the second number. Glugwump, nothing, and then 3 times the second number. So, if we look again, Zug seems like he's twice as fat, twice as tall. Bug is 3 times as fat, 3 times as tall. Lug is 3 times as fat, and that's it. He looks really fat. Glug is just 3 times as tall. He looks really tall. They are not similar. These two are similar because they are the same shape, just different sizes. These are not similar because they are different shapes and different sizes. So, we just learned what makes a similar shape similar when you stretch its width and height the same times. We graphed the entire Mugwump family. We completed the table, graphed Mug, graphed Zug, Lug, Bug, and Glug, and compared them all. This is the end of lesson 2.1 of stretching and shrinking. Up next is lesson 2.2 of stretching and shrinking.